So recently, LEGO released a new wave of sets, and included in them are these 3 mech sets, which have kind of had a bit of controversy around them, mainly because they're replacing what could have been battle packs or decent kind of sets with lots of figures and some fun builds. But I quite like them. I like the mechs just in general. I know they're not canon, and I'm glad they're not canon. I don't think Star Wars would ever go that far, but I think there's definitely something that really works about them. But I think I kind of like the Darth Vader one and the Boba Fett one just for a novelty of having those figures and cheaper sets. But the Stormtrooper one is pretty interesting to me. I don't like the base design that much, but I kind of like what they're going for. They're going for some sort of slightly a mixture between kind of sleek but bulky and kind of almost a little bit like a industrial in a way. I like the weird sort of things on the shoulders that look like engine generators and stuff like that. And I really think that they had something going with there, which I just don't think with the parts budget they had they were able to fully convey. So in this video, I've spent a bit of time kind of putting together and updated my take on a Stormtrooper mech. This could be something that maybe in an alternate universe, the Imperial Infantry had all of these giant Warhammer style mechs, which Stormtroopers would just walk around in. And I think there's something kind of funny about the cannon fodder enemies of Star Wars just walking around in these big mech suit things. So yeah, I'm just going to pass you on to Camera Me, because this was originally going to be footage that was all on the camera, but unfortunately the original was bad.
So here's what I've come up with. This took quite a while. You can see from the obvious day change. This actually took about a week, because I've been trying a bunch of different things for this, and originally I was thinking of doing a complete rework of the build to the point that it was almost kind of unrecognizable. And then I thought maybe I'll save that for another video. I'm just going to do a good straight up upgrade and just really improving the look of the build. Like I said earlier, I quite like the look of the Stormtrooper mech, but I just think it's a bit weird in the sense that they had a very limited parts budget. So I wanted to kind of still keep the idea what they were going for, but just build on it. So this is what you've got here. The thing I'm most happy with is just the general stance of it. You can see that things I made the feet a bit smaller, and the legs and the arms a lot bulkier, so it really kind of gives it this sort of almost like Space Marine mech sort of Titanfall sort of look to it, and I'm really happy with that. The gun was also kind of an interesting idea as well. Originally I wasn't thinking of sticking to that, but if this is a sort of power armor sort of thing, you can imagine it would have some sort of big weapon it can hold or something like that. I obviously kept the feature of it being able to be removed, but unlike the Lego set, it doesn't stick out too much, and I think the mech looks fine without it. I got these 2 big sort of wrist cannons here. I'm really happy with how those look. I'll just get a closer up look at those. And yeah, those are really fun, and because they're on both hands as well, you can sort of do a arms out sort of look like that. And around the back you can see that I've really gone hard with the engines and stuff, the thrust, because the idea is this is supposed to be a very, very heavy thing, and it walks around slowly, and it has these sort of things to keep it up. And I can imagine maybe these sort of thrusts stop it from, if it gets hit by something heavy, stop it from falling over and toppling and stuff like that. So I really like this idea of just having a really heavy duty Stormtrooper sort of thing, because the Empire usually doesn't really invest much in the Stormtroopers, so it's quite funny to just have this absolute unit just walking past with the rest of the infantry. I actually think that this is one of the good uses for the Family Guy Stormtrooper helmet. I'm not a big fan of that helmet, as a lot of people aren't, but I think with this mech, you can see just in general, it just kind of integrates itself quite well into the build. It doesn't look too oversized because the mech is oversized, so it kind of works out quite well. So I was really happy with that. So yeah, it's quite good, and the general sort of feel I wanted to go for was just this really big, strong, kind of bulky sort of walking machine weapon thing. And I'm really happy with this. And yep, there is a tutorial coming, so just stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching.